Hey guys, I'm here with my 2011 Acura TSX. I noticed the other day that my auxiliary port was no longer working. As you see when I switch through here, I've got the Bluetooth, I've got USB, but I don't have an option for the auxiliary jack anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to replace that, and that is located here in the glove box. You can see it down there, so we'll start taking that apart and I'll show you what we do there. We're going to start with removing the rubber mat down at the bottom. I find it's easiest if you just kind of pinch that, and then you can pull it out, and that'll expose two screws down at the bottom that we will start taking out. The next step is to lift up on the middle section between your two screws. That should just pop right up. I'm going to use a small flathead to help pry it up. And then the top section here, we'll have some clips that are behind there that will just kind of pull out. And I'll show you as we get going. Okay, so now I've gotten the whole unit pulled forward a bit. It's still held in place by all of the other wires and connectors. I got the green harness there unplugged from the auxiliary port. And so now I'm just trying to free the actual switch from that console. So I'm pinching the sides of it, trying to get that to come loose. Okay, so I've got the auxiliary jack or port pulled out. You can see it there. I went online trying to find one of these. I had trouble finding it, but I did find a company, Switch Doctor, and they had one, but it was for a Honda Civic. And they told me they thought it would work, so I'd give it a try. It's a different part number, but the difference, the only difference I can see is that the cover, I'll show you here, the lettering is black, whereas the one the Acura is white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just swap those covers out, so I'll still have the white cover, and hopefully that'll work. Okay, so now I have the new unit with the old cover on, so it'll still match all the covers that are currently in this console. So now what I'm going to do is just slip this back into spot and hook up the harness, and hopefully it'll work. Well guys, that switch did not work for the Honda Civic. It wouldn't fit into that green harness there. It wouldn't fit into that switch, so I just went ahead and put the old one back in. We still don't have a working auxiliary port, but we'll find one, and we'll get it put in. Same process. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this up while I'm in here. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. All right, everything is all put back together, all cleaned up, looking good. I used the Adams Interior Detailer, which smells like eucalyptus mint, so great scent, and does a great job. All right, once we get that new switch in, I will show you guys it working, hopefully. Thanks. All right, so we've got a new auxiliary port that we are going to put in here and try to see if this one will work. This one came out of a wrecked TSX. If this works, I will put the item number in the description below. So now I've already taken this apart. We will put this new one in there and we'll see if it works. All right, I've got it in there. You can see the green connector is plugged into it. Let's grab our auxiliary cord here, get it plugged in, and we'll see if this actually works now. Awesome, as you can see, AUX audio in. It wasn't showing that before, it was just showing no data and Bluetooth, and so now we have auxiliary. We'll button this back up and we'll get it going. Okay, now we've gotten that all put back together, everything looks good. Now as I plug this in, as I plug the auxiliary in, you will see it switch here from radio to auxiliary. There we go, it's working perfectly. All right, thanks everyone.